Hello and welcome back to my channel, Living Creative with Pixie Princess. Today we're talking about thrifting for cookbooks, so stay tuned. I'm so glad you stayed tuned. Well, I love cookbooks and I love thrift stores, and you can find an abundance of cookbooks at a thrift store. And I love the history of the cookbooks, the older ones. I'm collecting the Southern Living annuals. They started like in the 70s, and if you are familiar with Southern Living magazine, you know, they have recipes in there. And so the annuals from that year, the magazines in that year, they're housed together in a hardcover book. So you can, look at that cute cake, isn't that darling? You can find all the recipes that you found in the magazine all year, so you don't have to keep up with the magazine or tear out the page of the magazine. You're more likely to find it in your book. Now, I think they started in 78 or 79. I have 1979, and we have most of the books through 2004. We are missing a few, so I do want to get those, and then I want to start collecting, you know, past the 2004. So if you know where I can get those books, let me know. But I do frequent the bookstores, not the bookstores, the thrift stores often, so we can find those. And we can usually get these for $1 at the thrift store. The thrift store that my church has, I mean, they have books galore. They have an abundance of books, and they sell the hardcovers for $1. And I think the paperbacks are even cheaper than that. But yeah, so look through your thrift stores and see what kind of cookbooks you can find there. I'm collecting the Southern Living ones. I also love Christmas. I found this one at a thrift store. It's a cookie book from Betty Crocker. Look how they spell cookie. I've never seen cookie spelled like this. I don't know if this is a popular spelling maybe in the UK, or if it was a popular spelling back in the 50s or 60s. But yeah, we spell it with an IE. So I've never seen cookie spelled like it. It looks like cookie. So, but yeah, it has some interesting recipes in it as well, if you like cookies. Now I found this little gem at a thrift store. I only paid 50 cents for this. I can't believe she sold it for 50 cents. This is American Woman's Cookbook, and it was published in 1941. This is an original 1941 publication. It was made for a culinary school in Chicago, Illinois. And it talks about different things that, you know, we don't really discuss today. If you go to culinary school, you may, but I don't know about, you know, a cold oven and different things like that. It has all kinds of recipes in it, and they're very detailed. My husband had to glue the binding back because, you know, it was just that old. But I thought this was a gem, and I basically bought it because of how old it was, and I love history. So I'm looking forward to finding some recipes that I can share with you here on this channel, because I love nostalgia, I love history, and so I just thought this was an absolute gem to find. Now, speaking of history, one of our favorite YouTube channels is Tasting History with Max Miller. Now, we are not doing a collaboration or anything like that. We just love his channel because we love history and we love food history. He is very good. He also wrote a book. Now, we didn't get this at the thrift store, but we did buy this on Amazon. It's very well put together. He does very good research on the history of the food. I mean, he does ancient history and a little more recent history. Some of these recipes you can't find the ingredients for, and he kind of talks about that in here. So we will link a description to his channel. If you are interested in food history, you will love his channel. And we'll probably cook some of these things for ourselves maybe we'll try it. But I don't think we're going to do it on the channel because that's his thing, and he does a really good job at it. So I know you will enjoy his channel if you watch it. So click on the link below to his channel and check him out. Now I'm also trying to go on a health journey. So I found some healthier cooking light. They are also produced by the same publication of Southern Living, the same publishing house. So they are a Southern publication, but they have light and healthy meals. So I hope to be cooking some more. Oh, there's a Mexican fiesta. I love Mexican food. So that is really great here. So yeah, I hope if you are interested in eating healthier that you will join me, because I will be cooking some healthier meals. If you're not diabetic, you can still follow a diabetic diet. I found this one at the thrift store. It is published by Better Homes and Garden, which is also a women's publication magazine, you know, with health and household tips and recipes. So they have a diabetic cookbook. So you can follow this diabetic plan even if you're not diabetic. It's a healthy way of eating. It's lower in carbs, and you would lose weight if you did it. We are doing first place at our church, and we're doing the newer version. This is an older publication, so that's got some recipes in here that I've used in the past. I used to have this cookbook and I couldn't find it, so we went on CHRIFT, and that's another way to thrift for books. And we will link a description there. We're not sponsored by them at all, but you will find a ton of books on ThriftBooks. They have new books and used books. They also have new publications. So it's not just old thrift books. So that's just the name of it. But yeah, we love their site. And you can also get some older books and good price books on Amazon. So yeah, check those out. Now, my husband, he loves horror movies. And I'll watch a few with him every now and then. And our favorite actor in that genre is Vincent Price. He has a very distinguished voice. If you heard his voice and you knew who Vincent Price was, there's no denying that it's him. If you're familiar with the Thriller video by Michael Jackson, his voice is at the end of it. He's done a lot of movies. But beyond acting, he was an art collector, and he could have praised art and all that, but he was also a chef. He actually had his own cooking show back in the 70s on the BBC. It only lasted for one season, but I think that's very interesting. I'm going to try to find some, see if they're on YouTube. But he has a few publications as well. This book was originally published in the 60s, and it was republished most recently. And it's a very well written book, Come Into the Kitchen cookbook. And he has pictures of old kitchen gadgets and things like that, which I also love. So it's very historic, which I love the history of it. But some of the dishes in here look very good. You can see where my husband has marked different things that he wants us to try. So I will be trying to do some of these recipes here on the channel. So I hope you will stay tuned for that. They look really tasty, and and it doesn't look bizarre or anything. You know, you might think, well, an actor in the horror genre might make some, creepy dishes, but no, it's normal food. It looks delicious, and I'm anxious to try some of them. So I hope you will stay tuned for that. Now, my husband likes horror movies. I love Christmas movies, and my all-time favorite, Christmas or not, is It's a Wonderful Life. And my husband found the 75th anniversary book, and it came with this apron, which I love. I think it's adorable. Look at it. It says, "Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings." And remember, that was a famous line in the movie. And it has down here, "It's a Wonderful Life" on the big pocket. It's very heavy duty apron. I don't think I'll be cooking in it though, because I don't want to wash this away, and you do have to wash aprons. So I'm just enjoying it right now, and I'll wear it when I'm not cooking. But this is the book. Now, it's not recipes from the movie per se, but it is celebrating the characters in the movie. And there's different things, things that you would cook for a Christmas dinner. But it just celebrates the 75th year of It's a Wonderful Life. There's different things in here. There's ginger snaps, you know. Zuzu was his little ginger snap, you know. So it's just a very cool book. I love it. I love everything to do with It's a Wonderful Life. My bucket list is to visit Seneca Falls, New York, and they have It's a Wonderful Life museum there. And they say that Bedford Falls, that was in the movie, was fashioned after the town of Seneca Falls, New York. They had that bridge that is the same bridge that he was on. And I heard Frank Capra had a barber there, and he loved the town. So that's why he fashioned the town of Bedford Falls after Seneca Falls. I don't know if that is a fact but it's a very big coincidence. And they celebrate the movie there. So they do have the museum, and that is on my bucket list to visit one year, to the Wonderful Life Museum. So I will be cooking up some of these recipes probably sometime in December to celebrate Christmas. And I love this movie. So we might cook up some ginger snaps and watch the movie together. So if you are interested in any of this thing, I have a ton of cookbooks that we buy at thrift stores and different places. So we'll probably do a part 2 and show you some other cookbooks that I have. But I love old cookbooks. I love the new ones too. And I am on a health journey, so I'm going to try to cook some healthy meals as well. But it's okay to have a treat now and then. So we will do that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We have a lot of things in store, so I hope you will come back. So until the next video, God bless.